story out of well, this one's coming from Too Much. Sam Pizzigati. He is looking at a new report from Ad Age. Now, understand, Ad Age is a magazine that is not political in any way. They are looking at this. They are basically doing a report for Madison Avenue. Who's buying what, and who do we sell to? A new white paper from Ad Age, Mass Influence, the journal has declared, is over. In other words, the age of a middle class which you sell to is done. Why? They don't have money anymore. The Mad Men 1960s America, where average families dominated the consumer market, has totally disappeared. This Ad Age new wave of affluence study details. Madison Avenue has moved on. Taking inflation into account, Ad Age goes on to explain the incomes of most American workers have remained more or less static since the 1970s. This is not a political report. This is a report that basically says to those people who want to make you believe that you smell bad and everything you do is wrong, so you should buy crap, is put out for those people who are going to inject that notion into your brains. While the income of the rich and the very rich has grown exponentially, the top 10% of American households, the trade journal adds, now account for nearly half of all consumer spending. And a disproportionate share of that spending comes from the top 10's upper reaches. Simply put, sums up Ad Age's David Hirschman, a small plutocracy of wealthy elites drives a larger and larger share of total consumer spending and has outsized purchasing influence, particularly in categories such as technology, financial services, travel, automotive, apparel, and personal care. America as a whole hasn't quite caught up with this reality of steep inequality. Americans still, quote, like to believe in an egalitarian ideal of affluence where everyone has an equal shot at amassing a great fortune through dint of hard work and ingenuity. It points out that the odds of someone's worth amounting to $1 million have shrunk to 1 in 22. As the very rich become even richer, they amass greater purchasing power, creating an increasingly concentrated market for luxury goods and services as well as consumer goods overall. You wonder why the establishment in this country doesn't care about the middle class. Ad Age has given you the answer. We don't need to sell to these people anymore. It's enough that they will buy food. It's enough that they will buy cigarettes. It's enough that they'll buy gas. And then everything else we sell, we're going to sell to the richest anyways because they're the only ones with the money. Before the Great Recession, Madison Avenue conventional wisdom put the great stock in the 100,000 to 200,000 income demographic, a consuming universe populated largely by men and women 35 years and older. These aspirational households could afford a taste of the good life. They rate it as a worthwhile advertising target. Targeting this 100,000 to 200,000 cohort, the Ad Age report contends, no longer makes particularly good marketing sense. You understand what this says? They don't need you to be consumers anymore. So why in the world would they care if you've got a job? Why in the world would they care about your stagnant wages? The underclass, and by that I mean 80% of us, no longer have the leverage to get the plutocrats to give a shit about us. That is the biggest problem we are facing in this country today. And because those plutocrats also control our government, because they have more money to influence the electoral process and the legislative process, we have no leverage with these people anymore.